Hey everybody, it's Wraith. So I just wanted to go ahead and open this video by talking about a couple of updates for the channel. I can't talk today apparently. So first things first, I am working on a channel logo. I've done a couple of rough sketches for it. I've got in the works of getting the programs I'm going to need to make that work, and I am looking to have that in the near future. Once I get that set, I can work on getting me a channel art and then hopefully an end page for my videos, which will just be nice for moving the channel forward. Um, I am looking to do more of the Just Cause series. I have worked a little bit on War Thunder, so that's ready to go. Just let me know in the comments below what you'd like to see next after this video. I'll take that in consideration moving forward. So for this video, I wanted to talk about what I'm going to call social stigmas. And what I mean by that is pretty much how people respond to things based on what's considered socially acceptable or what's considered normal. I was planning on wearing my cloak for this video, and I'll explain why in a second for that, but with this close-up you wouldn't really be able to tell, so I'm not going to bother with that this go-round. I'm sure you'll see it in later videos as I get better gear and things like that. Anyways, so pretty much I just have noticed, especially in the past couple of years, but pretty much throughout my life, how if someone considers something not normal, they feel a need to shame it. For instance, with my cloak, it's not something you really see anymore, so a lot of people associate it with things, and oh, well, for instance, in my case, I was wearing it and I had people commenting, oh, is that your invisibility cloak from Harry Potter? Or, oh, is that your Dungeons and Dragons cloak? I don't even quite know what that meant. I think she was trying to reference Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, but that doesn't really have anything to do with cloaks. But anyways, my point is that because people saw it as something that not people don't normally wear, that it was something they should shame or that it's abnormal, so it needs to be addressed as such. And I think that's just a big problem nowadays, where people can't just accept something that they're not used to seeing. Cosplaying, for instance, people go out and dress up as their favorite video game character, favorite anime character, things of that nature, and people feel like, oh, you're so weird for wanting to do that, or oh, that's so bizarre, do you want to be in the video games? I don't know. It's just the general concept that we can't accept the difference, we have to shame it, we have to make fun of it, something of that nature. And I don't know, I just feel like not enough people are addressing this particular issue. I mean, it's so prevalent nowadays. Even people who might talk out about certain social issues would ignore even the smaller groups that are getting shamed, gamers, nerds, whatever. And honestly, I don't consider the term nerd or geek to be a bad thing. A lot of people think it has a negative connotation to it. I don't, personally. People can call me a nerd, and I take it as a compliment, personally. And a lot of people are going to be able to take this video and sort of push it in whatever direction they want. This can apply to a number of different topics, and I'm not going to get into the nooks and crannies of what this could be talking about. Really, I just wanted to sort of talk about how I think that this world in general needs to have a better acceptance of things that they don't find normal. I love wearing my cloak. I love the cloak. That's why I bought it. I mean, I also bought it for LARPing, which is another thing that sort of gets shamed of, oh, you're going to run around with foam and pretend to cast spells and whatever. A lot of people make fun of it and laugh at it, which is fine. But you need to be considerate of the fact that, like, for instance, I'm going because I feel like I'm going to enjoy doing it. And a lot of people don't really give it that chance. A lot of people are like, oh, that's lame, I would never do it. And to a small extent, I've got a perfect sort of picture of this. There's a drink that I love getting. It's a peanut butter and jelly milkshake. It's amazing. I love it. But a lot of people are like, oh, that's nasty. Well, have you tried it? No, it's nasty. I would never try it. Well, how do you know it's nasty if you've never tried it? It's sort of that thing of people are so quick to shame something they know nothing about. It's out of the normal, so they won't even give it a shot. Well, then you don't really have a position in which you can actually talk about it fairly. And a lot of people are just doing it to fit in. Well, they would shame this, so maybe I'll look cool if I shame them. And think it's personally cooler just to not. Like, I think the person willing to display their interests and their desires and their loves, their dreams, things like that, I think they're infinitely cooler for having the courage and strength to do it. I think some people honestly might even go to shaming things they consider not normal because maybe they were shamed out of their dreams. Maybe their family just decided what they wanted to do for a living or what they wanted to pursue as far as fashion or anything like that. Maybe they wanted to, I don't know, color their hair blue. I don't know. Or something absurd like that. Or not absurd in the sense of it's absurd that they wanted to do that, but absurd as in something so minute, but people still shame that kind of thing. And maybe they wanted to get a career as a cartoonist, for instance. And their family said, no, you'll never make money doing that. That's not a real job. And that kind of shaming. I had a teacher when I was in, I want to say it was middle school. And we were tasked to do a project of if we were to have a store, what would we sell? And I wanted to do a car dealership that sold like medieval weapons like bow and arrows, swords, things like that. And the teacher said, no, that's not realistic. There would never be a store like that, so you're not allowed to do that. And my dad actually commented that that's a shame that a teacher would do that and not allow a student to pursue something they were passionate about. And I obviously agree because I wanted to do that particular project, but I wasn't allowed to because the teacher wouldn't let me. And it's actually funny because a couple of years ago, there was a car dealership that actually sold firearms on the side. So it was a very similar concept. It made the news. It actually was doing really well in that concept. And it's just sort of the same thing of the teacher shamed me, and look, people are actually doing it now. So, it's just, I think a lot of dreams of people get crushed because people are thinking, oh, you'll never go anywhere with that, or that's not normal, you shouldn't do that, or that's bizarre, that's weird, whatever. And people's dreams get crushed, and they turn around and crush other people's dreams because that's how they feel it should be, because theirs was done that way. Or just people end up going into depression because they don't pursue the things they love because they were told they were never going to make it like that. They were shamed out of pursuing what they wanted to do. And I just really am hoping that we can break out of this trend, that people will pursue what they love regardless of what other people think, and that eventually people will stop shaming it. People will be open to whatever you want to do. I mean, obviously there's got to be a sense of realism as far as whether or not something is, I mean, anything is possible. It's cliche to say, but it's true. Anything is possible. So you want to have that concern to say, think it through, make sure this is what you truly want, and look into how to make it happen. But you don't want to say, no, don't do that. You'll never get anywhere. It's stupid. Anything like that. It's dumb to shame it. Because there's too many unhappy people in this world. And I think a lot of it is because a lot of them aren't willing to go for what they want. And I think that needs to change from people needing to stand up for what they want and going for it. And on the other hand, people need to stop attacking them for what they want. And again, this concept can sort of be taken a number of different directions. A number of different people are going to be able to take analogies out of it, and I'm not going to go into those details. I just felt like this needed to be said. I've been planning this video since I started my channel, and I'm glad to be able to actually get it up at this point. So yeah, I appreciate y'all coming to check out this video, taking your time on it. If you like it, hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe if you want to be kept up to date when I release new content. And I hope to see you in the next one.